DM today. There's a 5th edition campaign with a custom setting, bunch of custom rules and items and stuff I've ripped off of various movies. But don't get too caught up in the rules. I'm certainly not. The main thing is I try and be consistent with what I can remember, which is, varying from episode to episode. Before I get too far, if everybody could introduce themselves, I'll do a recap, and then we'll get into it.
Oh, hi, I'm Risky, and I am playing Five Gal / Murder Ghost. And I'm a lovely little ghost murder person that I think I'm dressed now. I might be dressed. But I think we just ruined the tower or something in the last episode. I don't know. Me and Mark did something stupid. But yay. Your turn.
Okay, done. I am relevant. I am playing Juniper Hollow, a half-elf monk. I am just resting and watching over Victor. I do not remember what's going on in this campaign. I only remember my other campaign.
My name is Mark. I play everyone's favorite Lanti Warlock, Simon Salazar. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know what's going on either. So I do remember that. I mean, the lesson to take away is never let Risky and me do anything on our own. So.
Yeah.
I'm Jay. I play Victor McCoy, human gunslinger. And the only thing I really remember is probably making the worst decision I've ever made in D&D.
What was that?
Going to sleep in a fucking Lynch's house.
So yeah, that does bring us back to the recap. After a fairly pitched battle outside, Victor was in not great shape. Juniper went inside to heal and rest up with Victor inside the house that is, in theory, safe from the various undead shit walking around outside. But Murder Ghost and Simon were not in the mood. They don't trust the guy. They don't like the guy. And so they did the only thing he said not to do, which was don't go in the big tower. Which they did. And accidentally jump-started a necromantic ritual in doing so. Ripping a... Oh gosh, what was I calling that thing that was wrapped around you?
Cloak.
Was it just a cloak? I wasn't calling it a robe.
Robe cloak.
I thought it was a robe.
It was a robe, yeah, because you had your sleeves through it in your dinosaur form, or your arms through the sleeves. So ripping the cloak off of him, along with chunks of his skin, it almost managed to suck enough life out to regenerate the necromantic being that was probably responsible for the tower. They, much to my surprise, dove out a window and survived impact with the ground. I'm not even sure why I didn't expect them to be able to do that, but I didn't. And so they're now outside on the ground trying to rest. And that's where we come in. You guys are outside. You're just laying on the ground, and Victor and Juniper are inside. We'll say your whole necromantic tower thing took a few hours. So Victor, you would have managed to get a short rest in. Juniper, you'd have gotten a short rest in already. And you'll be waking up inside. And that's where we'll start with you guys.
With who? Sorry. With
Victor and Juniper inside the bedroom there.
Okay.
It sounds hot.
Would we have heard the nonsense outside?
No, probably not.
Okay. I'm probably still hanging out. I'm not doing much. I
Yeah.
only had like 2 health.
Just gonna continue to mentally recover.
Yeah.
You want to roll me some hit die? See how much health you get back on this short rest.
Yeah. Good. 6.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. At 8 health, you're probably wanting to look at a long rest then. We cut back outside to Murder Ghost and Simon, and you guys can see, or actually, roll me perception.
14. My perception always sucks.
22.
Oh, okay. You guys can see zombies shuffling in the distance, not directly towards you, just sort of like wandering, searching for prey or sustenance. They're just sort of scattered around, but they're only maybe 100 feet away, just sort of shuffling around. You're both laying on the ground. You haven't attracted their attention yet.
Oh, there's zombies coming towards us.
Dude, those guys are all undead things the same. Are you related to them or anything?
No, it wasn't a zombie ever.
Well, there are now. It probably is not at all related to what we just did. Just a coincidence.
I think so.
We could run away. I don't know how to get the people inside that are I guess sort of friends.
I'm not going in there.
But I also am not going in there, so I don't know how we warn them. We could just shout that there's zombies coming.
We could throw things at the window.
How far is the gate from inside? It must be like some sort of magic, but we could at least try to telepathically tell them things.
It's only like 30 feet from the gate to the front door.
I think that's outside of my
message or whatever.
That's outside of my telepathic range.
As you guys ponder, 3 or 4 zombies becomes 9 or 10. And again, there's just sort of spread out looking around. One of them steps on a twig, and you hear it snap and crack, and all of a sudden, all 10 of them stop, and their heads just turn slowly towards the sound. And then they seem to recognize that it was just a twig, and they all go back to shuffling. But they're clearly ready to pounce on the first sign of food.
I'm just gonna cast levitate on myself and be 20 feet in the air.
As you zoom upwards, roll me stealth, I guess, if you're trying not to get seen.
21.
You zoom straight up in the dark and the various necromantic fogs that seem to be hanging around this place. They don't see you. Murder Ghost, you're still laying on the ground, but they're probably less interested in you as you're already undead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to relax.
I'm also gonna retcon my health real quick. I'm looking at my notes, and clearly Juniper must have healed me up to 25. 'Cause it says 4 and then 25 under it. So
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So, Simon, where are you gonna park yourself for safety's sake?
I don't remember what's going on around this guy's place. Are there like trees or anything I could?
There are a few scattered trees. Some of them are big enough that a zombie probably couldn't climb up it. There's also the tower, obviously, a couple, like 300 yards off.
The tower doesn't seem like I would head back there after what we've done. So probably just head to the nearest tree, so I don't
Just
have
saying
to
it's an
levitate
option.
forever.
Okay. You get to the tree and you're just settling up in the boughs of the tree.
Yeah.
Roll me. I don't know. What are you doing in there? Are you just finding a branch, or are you trying to get comfortable, or what?
I just probably I just want to find somewhere that I don't have to be concentrating to be up in the air, far away from the zombies that are coming.
Okay. Let's just say acrobatics then, to find a branch and get yourself in a position that you won't fall off of it.
Well, that's only a 10.
Luckily, climbing trees is something children can do. So,
True.
But not zombies.
well,
We
maybe.
don't know.
You get in the tree. You're outside of their immediate range, and they wander around. And unless you guys have something else, we'll let you try and rest this way. Is there anything else you want to do, or you just want to rest?
I want to rest.
I don't need to
Okay.
rest, but I don't have anything I want to do.
Let's see. Nope. You make it through. So throughout the night, Simon, you don't sleep well, but you do manage to get some sleep. Murder Ghost, they treat you like I don't know, a rock, like an obstacle to go around. They just generally don't seem to be interested in you. And as they wander around, one or two of them gets to the house, and the ones that try and climb the fence or interfere with the house in any way just get incinerated, just turn into balls of fire. And eventually they all sort of just wander off. The night goes on. Everybody manages to get a nice long rest in there. And as the sun peeks out, Victor, you're awakened as Carlton, the Lich, knocks on your door.
Come in.
Oh, well, I was hoping that you'd be up and around. I see your friends stayed outside for the night. Dangerous, that is, but they seem to have survived, so I guess good for them. And he flashes a sort of weird smile.
Oh, cool.
They kind of got that stupid, strong. You know what I mean?
I met people like that before. It's a fun combination, if not a particularly useful one to me.
I'd say it's mostly frustrating, but I understand.
He gestures to Juniper and you, and he says, "Well, I have a request I'd like to make. You see, I can get the balloon repaired, but in order to move a house and keep enough energy to keep this place moving where I want it to go, I'm gonna need to charge some energy for a bit. You people stayed the night. You didn't dig around in my stuff. You didn't go hunting for things that didn't belong to you and steal or deceive me in any way that I can tell. And I figure this is my last real opportunity. I'd like you to protect me while I charge up my necromantic energy before we take the balloon back to the Great World Tree."
Okay, I imagine that that is something we can do.
So here's the thing. When that starts, I'll be mostly helpless. My wards will go down. I'll be sort of containing all of the energy that I can and draining from a nearby tower, a font of energy. But it's going to draw the attention of probably the other two greatest necromantic forces on this island. And they can be somewhat difficult to deal with. Now, I've got nothing to fear normally, but if I'm out of commission, they could be dangerous.
Okay.
There's Baron Laszlo, the ancient vampire, and his 2 spawn. And there's also the Anointed King and his retinue of mummies. They'll both likely come the moment that the barrier's down, because they'll be able to sense the energy. Now, the Anointed King I'm less worried about. He'd have to get through the mayor's forces. Mayor doesn't like him any. And so the mayor and his knights will be there to really slow him down, luckily. But Baron Laszlo's enough of a problem on his own. So even if you manage to fight whatever dregs the Anointed King gets through, you'll have the real challenge in Baron Laszlo.
I see.
He's looking to Juniper and Victor for recognition of the danger.
Victor.
I imagine that is something we could help you with. I would say that is quite a bigger ask than us staying the night. Is there some sort of reward we'll get from this, or even maybe something you can give us to assist us with the fighting of these foes of yours?
He says, well, of course. As a reward, well, I'm a master of most of the arcane arts. I can make things and fix things and essentially do most things that need done, given a little bit of time and the right source of power. The world tree would be a particularly prodigious one as far as rewards go. So if there's anything that you would like, be it a weapon, a portal, or an answer, I can probably grant that. As far as helping you, well, I'd be glad to inscribe my seal upon you, which would help you fight any undead that appear.
Yeah, okay. That seems reasonable. I rolled a nat 1 on the decision.
Yes.
Are you gonna agree to that?
I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe I won't roll a nat 1. Oh, I got a nat 20. So
a nat
no.
20. That's good news. I need to know what your bonus is.
My bonus.
For insight. Because a nat 20 is effectively a plus 10 to a skill check.
Oh, my insight's +7.
Okay, so nat 20, it's a 37. That does technically meet. So you get the sense, Juniper, that inscribing a sigil upon you, it would be more than just helping you to fight undead. There's more to it. You can't necessarily sense sinister intention, but you can definitely sense that it's not as simple as it appears.
Okay. I'm going to tell Victor that I just don't think it's a good idea.
Well, if it's gonna help us fight, and also we'll get like some cool stuff from all of this. I mean, we fight every day, right? And I haven't gotten shit from it. At least this time, I might get something from it.
I mean,
Plus
if you
off this island.
if you want to do it, you can. I'm not going to. I just feel like there's more strings attached than he's letting on.
Well, I feel like it'll be okay.
Okay, then.
Okay. He says, well, if you'd get your friends, I'd be happy to help them as well.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him.
Okay. Would you like me to come along? I can be very convincing.
I just don't think they trust you very much.
Oh, well, that happens. And he sort of shuffles off and he says, nobody likes the undead these days. Oh, they don't need money for their work. They're going to come take all of our jobs. Undead labor. Do I look like I want to do labor? And he shuffles off again and leaves you guys to go outside. On reaching the door, of course, you'll look out and you'll see Murder Ghost just laying flat on his back on the ground, staring at the sky. And you probably don't see Simon anywhere.
Walk out to Murder Ghost.
Okay.
Oh, you're not dead.
Why would I be dead? And as far as I can tell, it hasn't really negatively affected you too much.
I thought that guy would have murdered you in your sleep.
He's actually a pretty nice guy. He's
Nah.
gonna offer us a ride out of here, but all we gotta do is, I guess, protect him from some other guys that are gonna show up while he does some, I don't know, weird ritual, and then he's gonna. Well, I don't know if he's gonna give you guys free stuff, but I'm definitely getting free stuff.
What kind of free stuff?
I don't know, like magical stuff. Do you want magical stuff?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, all we gotta do is help this guy, and we'll get some magical stuff.
Is he gonna kill us?
No, we're actually supposed to protect him from dying, and then he transports us to this tree, and then he gives us some magical items, and we all go along our way.
But what stops him from killing us after we protect him?
Well, nothing, but nothing's ever stopped anyone from killing someone for doing stuff.
Simon's not here to back up Murder Ghost's paranoia.
I guess.
I've made a lot of deals in my life, and only about 20% of them has someone tried to kill me at the end, and I'm still standing. So even if he does, well, I guess we'll just have to play it by ear. You know, if he attacks us, we'll fight back. We've always done it in the past.
I feel like everybody tries to kill us.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're so stuck on this one person.
Because he's evil.
We're evil.
I'm not evil.
I mean, I have robbed and stolen shit and killed people my entire life. I do not really fall on the good guy side of things.
I haven't done that.
I once shot a person in the face because they didn't give me $1 or a gold, because this is not the United States on Earth.
I don't know where that place is.
Me either. That's why I'm bringing it up now.
Oh, okay. I think our friend is sleeping in the trees.
Okay.
Did the zombies
good
all
for him.
pass us?
Yeah, they all wandered off.
Okay. There's a bunch of zombies walking around.
Yeah. There has been this whole time.
Well, like there's like a horde that walked by last night.
Well, that's why you're supposed to be on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, the other side of the fence like hurts me.
We'll just ask the guy for it not to hurt you anymore, and it won't. We tried doing that yesterday, and you kept fucking off.
Because he's evil. I don't know why you don't understand that.
You know
He's
that the
bad.
guy you stood on the other side of the fence with all night? He's not exactly a good guy either, right?
He saved me.
and this guy would have saved you from a horde of zombies, but you
I
said
didn't
no.
need saved. They just walked right past me.
Oh, well, all right.
The
I guess that's
zombies
a good
haven't
point.
hurt me. That guy hurt me when I tried to go in his fence.
That's because you
He's
didn't.
evil.
Are we gonna help this guy or not? That's
I
what I
don't
need
know.
to know. We're getting
Let's
stuck
go.
on dumb shit.
We need a vote.
We need to vote.
Yeah, everybody vote.
Okay. Where's Lizard Boy? Where'd he go?
Did I see where he went?
You saw him go straight up and head towards some trees. He just fucked off. Bro. He didn't say a word to you like, I'm gonna go to that tree. He's just like, I levitate, I leave.
He went that way, I think.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start by voting without him. I vote yes.
I vote no.
What is Eliza?
Who's Liza?
What do you?
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
you know her real name, right?
Yeah.
I think I do know her as Liza.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go very wrong very quickly, but it also seems like it's our only option to get off this island.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not exactly the best swimmer in the world. I mean, I'm okay, but I can't swim that far.
And I don't have any like magics to give us water breathing abilities or anything. So unless Simon does,
I mean, even if he does, he would just give it to himself and then fuck off for us to drown.
that's true.
So that's 2 yeses.
And one no, it sounds like. And Simon's not here, so we can pretty much just assume he would vote yes because he doesn't want to be stuck here. So I think that's 3-1.
How do I know you guys weren't brainwashed last night?
Ask me anything.
Are you brainwashed?
No.
I mean, I don't know what I'm rolling.
I just rolled for funnies.
Well, I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 16, so
Oh. I have a +5 to insight if you're trying to deceive me.
I am not, but my deception's also a +5, so I still beat you by 1.
All right. Well, I want to see what Simon says first.
Yeah, what does Simon says?
Well, I mean, even if he agrees with you no, then that's just a tie. And then we would have to go to a tiebreaker, which the only tiebreaker around here is the Lich, and he's the one that needs help. So I figure like that's a vote for yes.
How would we do tiebreakers if he wasn't there?
I guess we'd ask a stranger.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I think Pinky should get a vote.
Who?
The snake who's been around my neck this whole time, giving me +1 AC.
Fucking forgot about the snake.
You and everyone else.
Anyway,
Okay, did you climb down from your tree, Simon, at this point?
yeah, if I see them and the zombies are gone, I would climb down.
Okay. You get down there and they're discussing this and they're talking about votes and how they voted 2-1 against Murder Ghost, help the Lich.
Oh, so y'all want to continue to help the Lich? What are we helping him do again?
Well, first off, I want to re-describe the situation. We're not helping the Lich. We're helping ourselves get off this island. Everyone's just getting caught up on the Lich thing.
I don't care about
In
that
order-
political spin.
In order to help ourselves, we need to kill this Lich's foe when they show up, and then we're all gonna zoom off this island to some some big ass tree of life or something like that.
Why do we
Didn't
have to?
already kill the mayor?
What?
Wasn't the mayor his foe?
I think he's got a couple.
That sounds like he's
Oh.
a bad man if everyone's his enemy.
That's a good point.
How many people have fought us in the last week?
They're not our enemy.
I mean, it was dinosaurs lately.
Yeah, and flowers.
Before that, do you remember the city you destroyed that got us here in the first place?
That was a bunch of cultists. They're not really people.
They don't deserve
Okay,
rights.
maybe-
So we've got
maybe-
a 2v2.
maybe bad
No, no
example.
to yes. We should not help the Lich. Who are these enemies?
I think they're also maybe liches. I'm not really sure because I don't understand what a lich is.
Well, a Lich is the guy that you've
But-
seen. How did
Okay.
he describe them?
Well,
He just said, I have enemies. Protect me against nondescript enemies.
well, he did describe them, I guess, in a way that he said that they would be hard to deal with, and that while he was charging up his energy, he would just need, some protection from them, just during that period of time.
Okay, what is he charging up his energy for again?
I think to get us to the tree, but he said he'll give me a scribe that gives me powers against these creatures, so I think it's gonna be okay.
He's gonna give you a piece of paper. What's he gonna do to you?
Well, I don't actually know what a scribe is. Liza seemed uneasy about it, but it seemed fine to me.
Thought he said sigil.
Sigil.
Maybe he said sigil.
He said he was going to
know.
inscribe his sigil.
Oh, and scribe. Okay.
So he gonna like
Victor doesn't know shit about any of this stuff.
The beauty of that is perfect for the character. I'm just for the player's sake.
So this man's gonna carve something into you that will allegedly protect you. 3 of us think that's a bad idea. And you wanna
Well, 2 of you. Well, now one of you has seemed like it. She was unsure. Now, you have obviously described it as a bad idea, and Murder Ghost has not given me a feeling either
He's
way.
evil and he's carving shit into you. That's bad.
How
I'm
do-
sure it will be fine.
How
It's supposed to help me fight.
how do we know?
Yeah, for him, you're gonna be a slave. You're gonna turn into a zombie slave.
Do we know if his enemies can help us get off this island? If that's your primary objective, it does not have to be the Lich that helps us get off the island. If they're so powerful he needs protection, maybe they can help us get off. And
Well,
they're
it
not a
sounded like
Lich.
it sounded like they're not as powerful as him, just powerful if he's not currently powerful because he's using all his energy to charge up the ship to, I don't know if we fly or like how we get there, but we're supposed to get to somewhere, this tree, some sort.
I think we should hear their side of the story and see who's powerful enough to get us away.
I mean, if you want to try to walk across the land that killed us every 5 minutes, basically, go ahead. But we're here now, and I'm not fucking going across any of that shit again.
Yeah, but if they come here because they're gonna get him, then we can find out what their deal is.
Yeah, we could talk. Say we'll protect them, and then we just talk to them when they come. Because if they're fighting an evil guy, then we should probably go with those guys.
Yeah, but I think he said one of them's a vampire.
We've seen
One
that.
of them, I think he did describe as a vampire.
We've seen that before. That's no big deal.
Yeah, they just suck blood.
We killed
I don't
those
have any
people.
blood.
Those people are dead.
Okay, so we're gonna just play this by ear, huh? We're gonna go along with the plan and just kind of roll the dice as we go.
I will not be saying that I will support any Lich. You can do that if you wish and get something carved into your body.
I think again, I am not supporting the Lich. I am trying to get off this island.
It sounds like you love the Lich.
But you're gonna get his brand.
No, he's just gonna scribe on me to help me kill things.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how that turns out for you, and then we'll see what these guys want when they come here. Maybe we should help them. You never know what could happen.
So at the minimum, we're all saying in agreement that we go with this plan for now, and if we got to shift plans, we will.
We're in agreement that you can get a sigil and protect the Lich, and when his enemies come, we'll find out what their deal is.
Well, the sigil or whatever it is doesn't have to happen. It was just offered.
But you love it. You want that.
Well, it sounded cool. I'm gonna roll real quick to see if they've talked me out of it.
Okay.
I got a 2, so I feel like they didn't talk me out of it.
No, considering Juniper's nat 20 tied his roll to convince you, a 2's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I guess we agree to help, but we decide to help later.
We'll help who is gonna help us get out of here the best.
We agreed to stay here, and if that means you promise to protect him and get his sigil inscribed on you, then that's fine. And the rest
all
of
have to-
us, I'm
we
not
all
doing
have
that.
to protect him. Well, it sounds like you're not doing that. You can't talk for them.
I'm not doing that.
I mean, we don't have to protect him. We just have to say we're going to protect him.
Why did he send
Right.
you out here?
What's that?
What is your goal out here? Why did he send you out here?
My goal is to get the fuck off this island. I don't know what you don't get about that.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't
came
care
out
who-
you came out here talking about sigils and the Lich that you love so much. What did he want you to do out here with us?
He didn't want me to do anything. I just came out here to see if you would help.
Oh, probably not.
All right, well, I'm going back in, and I'm telling them we're helping. And when everyone shows up, we can decide who we're helping then.
Okay,
We're
Okay.
done talking about it.
do you think as a powerful Lich he can tell that your intentions are not pure?
I can tell that I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to get this shit done with.
That sounds like a plan.
That is lots of Frankenstein parts of a plan.
Okay, so you you head back inside, and you see him sitting at a table. Juniper, are you going back in with Victor?
Yeah.
Okay, and the other two, you guys are staying outside the gate still.
Yep.
He is sitting at a table with a little bit of an altar on it, some candles, and a large black grimoire. And he looks up from the book, and he says, "Well, so what's the decision? How many people are getting my sigil? And are you gonna protect me, or am I gonna have to find somebody else to help me out with this problem?"
Well, it seems that we're gonna help you for sure. I'm the only one willing to do the sigil or whatever. So no one else really is interested. I'm not really sure why.
As you say why, he suddenly is right in front of you, like instantaneous movement nearly. And his long bony finger presses against your forehead and he says, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a con save and an intelligence save and a wisdom save.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Con save first. 15.
Okay.
And then what was the next one?
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Non-natural 20.
Okay.
And then whatever the last one was.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. That is a 21.
Okay. Juniper, you watch as a glowing bright red sigil is carved into the forehead of Victor. It's first it just looks like it's glowing, and then blood actively begins to sort of spray out before it blackens and crusts itself into a sort of really thick, dark scab that he then just takes his hand and rubs away. Underneath the smeared blood, you now have a glowing red sigil embedded into your forehead. You take 6 damage. That's the con save.
Okay.
And he says, he's looking at you, tilts your head one way or the other, and he says, yes, that should work fine. And he's like, well, you can now channel a little bit of necromantic energy into your attacks. I would warn you not to do it too often. There can be side effects. But, yeah. 2 to 3 times a day shouldn't be too dangerous.
And what are these side effects?
Oh, nothing much. It really wouldn't be all that different from your cursed friend out there.
Which one?
The undead one.
Oh, okay, so I'll turn into a ghost?
Sure. I don't exactly know what you would turn into. Maybe a geist, a ghoul, zombie, a skeleton, maybe, I don't know, something in that family. You got a lot of necromantic energy right there.
Oh.
You don't want to release it through your veins too often, or they're going to have to adapt.
Well, I'm pretty good at adapting, but I'll take your word for it. That sounds pretty awful. I don't want to be a ghost or a zombie or whatever a ghoul is.
It's okay. Well, that should definitely help. It'll do havoc to most undead that you strike with it, but even mortals will find it problematic.
All right, that's pretty good.
He looks over to Juniper and he says, "You sure you don't want to be able to tap into that power?"
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, with that agreement, I'm in a hurry. He cracks his knuckles. And he says, is there any defenses you'd like to set up before I get started? Anything I can help out or answer?
I mean, you know these guys better than us. Is there anything, their weaknesses, or they set the whole place on fire, or what?
He
what is?
Thinks to himself and taps his chin. Well, Baron Laszlo, as a vampire, has the normal weaknesses. If he takes a stake through the heart, he'll be paralyzed, and can't heal, which normally they're always healing. He's hypersensitive to sunlight, so he'll just be taking constant damage if he's in the sun, as well as have disadvantage. And he can spider climb, so keep that in mind.
I will. That sounds terrifying.
The Anointed King, however, is an ancient pharaoh, ruled this place in times past. He is a lizard folk of terrible prowess, and in life he was a warrior of no small acclaim. In undeath, he is merely a warrior with the necromantic talent to channel energy through his blows and spread his mummy rot and pharaoh curse. Be forewarned that if he manages to hit you and you don't fight off the infection immediately, you will be afflicted with the pharaoh's curse. You cannot heal. Your maximum health will decrease continually. And once your maximum health reaches 0, you will die and your body will turn to dust. This can only be stopped with the remove curse spell or something stronger. So don't let him touch you.
Well, all right. I guess we won't.
Otherwise, both of them have, their normal bodyguards. He's got a couple of mummies. Laszlo's got a couple of vampire spawn. Those are chumps. You really don't need to worry about them. It's Laszlo and the Anointed King that I would really worry about. Very dangerous. God, horrifically. And don't talk to them.
Oh,
They're
all right.
charming and convincing and very duplicitous. And no matter what they tell you, it's probably lies.
Okay.
Just keep in mind, they have a tendency to offer great power and then use it to control those around them. They're real shitty.
Motherfuckers. Well, all right. All good information. You got any extra fighting weapons around the old house that might help with this?
He says, well, I do have some stuff I've looted from adventurers who crossed me in the past. And he snaps his finger, and a chest appears next to him. He pries it open, and there's a bunch of weapons and armor and things. Most of them look like junk, but there's a few more interesting pieces. You can see there's a strange sort of rod that gives off a faint glow of magic. There's a rapier that definitely gives off a hint of magic. And there's a ring that is literally glowing with the same sort of symbols that you now have engraved on your forehead.
Hey, Juniper, do you know magic like stuff? Do you know what any of those things do?
What do you mean I know magic stuff?
Don't you do like magic stuff? Aren't you? I see you jump like 100 feet in the air and stuff. Like
That's not magic. That's talent.
you can just jump that high.
Yes. I
Holy
can
fuck.
try and see if I can figure out what any of this magic stuff is.
It's okay. I think there's a magic guy in front of us. Maybe he'll know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me?
Do you know what?
Oh no,
there's
it's
some
all been
magic
warded
items
against.
and
It's been warded against the liches. I can't tell you what it does or how. That's why I've got all of this. If you could tell me what of this is junk, I could melt some of it down. My chest is getting awful full. Lots of shitty adventuring parties end up here.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I rolled a
bet.
21 for Arcana.
Oh, that's not bad. You can tell that the ring definitely has some of, if not the exact same, effect as the sigil on on Victor's forehead. The pole is an immovable rod, but you can't tell what the rapier does.
Okay. Well, I tell Victor what I know.
I think that we should try. I mean, you could put the ring on, and then you'll get some cool stuff too. And then I don't know. We can just grab the rapier and see what happens. We can give it to one of the shitbirds outside, and maybe they can use it. I don't really use swords.
Yeah. The ring could be cursed though.
I mean, everything you run into either is or isn't going to be cursed, right? So
Like I
It's
just
roughly
don't,
a 50% chance. It either is or it isn't. Those are the options.
I just don't really fuck with magic.
yeah, I usually don't either. But it sounds like the people we're going to fight against purely fuck with magic, and I don't really like being at a disadvantage, you know?
We can leave the ring
Okay.
and take the other two items.
All right. I'll grab the rapier because I just kind of want to check it out. if you want to grab
Okay,
the
I'll
whatever
grab
the
the
rod thing is.
Yeah, I'll grab the rod.
Okay. You're leaving the rapier and the ring behind?
No, Victor's
I'm
grabbing
grabbing the rapier.
You're grabbing the rapier. Okay. And you taking them outside to Simon and Murder Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna tell them the plan, and we're gonna all right, well, we're ready whenever
Okay.
you are. And
Cutting back to Simon and Murder Ghost, what were you guys talking about while they were inside?
I mean, I really don't have to eat that much because I'm a ghost, and I don't poop at all.
Why do you have to? Why do you have to eat anything at all? If you're unalive.
Well, because I enjoy it.
But what can
I mean,
you?
I didn't have to eat when I was a bucket either.
What can you eat?
Now,
Yeah.
I could eat like like soft foods. It just takes me a while. I
It
just
takes a
have to chew
while
it.
to eat soft foods.
Yeah, because my teeth don't really crush stuff very well.
But if it's soft, could you just swallow it whole?
I could, but then like, what's the point of even eating if I don't taste it and just swallow it?
You can still taste it, just like swoosh it around in your mouth. You don't need to chew at all if it's soft.
Well, if I chew it, then the flavors come out more.
But you said you can't chew it very
I
well.
can chew it, I just can't chew very well. That's why I need soft food.
Maybe we should make you not a ghost anymore.
You can do that?
I can't just do it, but we could figure something out. Maybe Victor's best friend, the Lich, could do it. Although people with necromantic powers usually could turn you into a ghost, not heal you or rescue you from that condition.
I don't want him to do anything to me.
Maybe his enemies can help us. I really think that's
Maybe.
the better way to go.
Yeah. Like, I trust the vampire more than that guy.
Yeah, same. I don't know why Victor's so enamored with this Lich.
I don't know. He's definitely going to get screwed.
He seems like he's been brainwashed.
Yeah. It's probably from sleeping in the house.
Probably.
I'm so happy I asked what you guys were talking about. I'm so happy. The fact that that's such a good little insight into fucking Murder Ghost's bizarre little world. Juniper and Victor come outside holding a bright orange rod and a golden rapier.
Did you steal that from the Lich? That's not. He's very powerful. He's evil, but powerful.
He gave them to us?
Okay, well, do you even know what they are? Like, that one's obviously a toothpick. Victor wanted a sword for some reason. Do you know what your rod does?
I just know that it's immovable.
Immovable? But you're moving it right now.
Yeah, you're carrying it. I don't think you know what immovable means.
Have I told you guys lately that I hate you?
No. That's kind of mean.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Why don't you tell me what it does, Simon? I don't fuck with magic.
It's
So
It's not my rod. I don't know.
I'll
oh my god.
check it out.
Bitch. No, you won't.
That's a 4 minus 1.
It's a rod, as far as you know.
It's
I'll-
definitely a movable rod.
I'll roll
Doesn't one of
Arcana.
you,
But
why don't you use a rapier?
no, why would I
You
need a
wanna-
rapier?
I don't know. Do you half the
Actually,
time
I
you're
don't
like
even know.
running and dying? I figure you might need like a weapon or something.
I rolled 23 for Arcana, but I might not tell them if I know what it is.
Okay. Which thing are you using the 23 for?
The
Arcana
rod.
on?
I don't care about the rapier.
The immovable rod has basically a person can bond with it, and then they can set a passcode. And once the passcode has been triggered, it cannot move. It has basically an inertia that must be overcome of 20,000 pounds. So if you put it in the air, ain't nothing going to move it until it's applying greater than 20,000 pounds of force. And even then, only begrudgingly, until the passcode is set again, whatever you want to set it at, whoever bonds with it. Creative uses for these things in the past have included barring castle gates, throwing it down the throat of a giant enemy, and then triggering it so that they then are stuck in place without the only option being ripping a hole through themselves to get out of that position, or using it to pin something or someone to the ground by when you've got them prone, placing it against their chest. That's what an immovable rod does.
I think it might be cursed. You might want to give that to me. But
Okay. Well, and Juniper doesn't fuck with magic, so she does give it to him because he said the word curse.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at the sword.
Let's see how that goes, Mr. 3.
I got a 9 this time.
9. The sword has some sort of sunlight enchantment on it. Also, it's inscribed as the weapon of Xander, killer of undead, is what it says.
I guess I'll use this.
is it giving that to you, or are you just stealing
I mean,
from Victor?
I don't really use, I don't use swords, so if you need a
kinda-
sword,
I kind of use swords.
well, yeah, have at it. I don't really fuck with magic or swords, or I just like to shoot things.
Okay, well, thanks for bringing us presents. That was unexpected.
What's the stats on it?
Because you haven't rolled high enough to find them out, as far as you know, it's just a regular rapier with something.
Okay. I have garbage stats for using a sword.
Well, you're a ghost.
Well, I'm a druid too.
Okay, so do we need to set ourselves up for this onslaught of enemies, or is there anything we should be doing right now? Let's say he's out to take his nap or whatever he's up to.
I think he's about to start it.
Did he say where he
Some-
was gonna go for that? Not the tower, probably.
I didn't ask. I figured it was just. It looked like he was just gonna do it in the house. So.
Oh, that's good. There's nothing wrong with the tower, but just would be good to know if he went to the tower.
But so
why are you so obsessed
we're
with the
fighting.
tower?
We're gonna be fighting some vampires and some mummies. So I think we need to get ready accordingly.
In what way? How do we do that?
Well, I don't really know, but if I had a thought, we could, I don't know, maybe make some stakes from wood or something, or I wonder if I can make stake bullets, shoot little bullets of wood.
I don't think Murder Ghost could chew that. His teeth aren't working very well. If we were to have some steaks right now.
Nah.
I'm gonna go over to a tree and just start cutting out pieces of wood and trying to fashion them into stake bullets if I'm capable of that.
You roll me fucking sleight of hand, I guess, or just something dexterity that you're good at.
Okay. I'm good at sleight of hand.
I mean, does it have to be wood?
Also,
20,
vampires.
24.
24. Yeah, you get some little bullet caps that you make out of wood that would potentially function as wooden stakes if shot directly into the heart of something.
All right.
Victor, do you think is there a way to slow your gun down? Because what if it just goes into the heart and out the other side? Then the wood's not in the vampire anymore.
Well, I don't think
Does
wood
it have
is really.
to stay there?
I don't think wood's really strong enough. I think it's gonna splinter pretty bad, and then he's just got 10,000 little stakes.
Is this a buckshot
heart.
pistol that you have?
Toothpick.
I think the bullet will when it hits, I think it'll start to shatter a little bit, especially if it hits any bone in there, any ribs. If I, nick a rib, it's gonna blow up the wood, and then who knows how many stakes are in his vampire body.
Effectively, what I'm going to do is if you manage to crit when you hit any vampire with wooden stake bullets, they will be paralyzed. Straight up.
Are they gonna wait to come out until nighttime?
It didn't really sound like. I mean, the way the Lich was talking, it sounded like he's just gonna show up whenever the magic starts. So
Oh, okay.
So when is
regardless
it
of the time of
starting?
day, I think like now.
Oh.
So
Should
anything
we
yeah, we
do
need to
stuff?
prepare. Yeah, we should be definitely doing stuff. Should we
What should we
create like
do?
a
Like what?
I don't know, should we make like a trench line so they have to walk through an opening, you know, so they go down, have to come back up to get to us? I don't know if they fly or I think the vampires probably can do some flying, so it probably won't work for them, but maybe for the mummies. Maybe we can make some traps, some like holes in the ground so they walk over it, they fall in and get staked.
Okay. Do we have a shovel?
As
That's
you
a
ask
good
that,
question.
you watch the air suddenly start to move. Wind is blowing very strongly right at you guys towards the house. And it's just coming from every direction. It's not like it's going east to west. It's like every direction is being sucked towards the house at once. And all of a sudden a crackling black and red lattice work appears in a dome over the house, and you see it just sort of turning into sparks and blowing away in this torrent of updraft. It appears the ritual has started and that the barrier around the house is dissolving. As this is happening, you see thunderclouds forming on the horizon and moving faster than natural towards your location. The attention has been centered on the house, and whatever it is coming quickly. And that is where we will end episode 44. The siege on the Lich's house about to begin, or maybe the negotiation with the enemies is about to begin. I guess we'll see next time. Thank you for listening. Bye.